I have been away from civilization for a very long time now. I've been working on Chocobo Island for many days, and it is a project soon finished. Which is most likely a good thing, for I have been talking to the Chocobo, feeding them and making a home for them like they are my family. Spending so much time on a project is something I'm proud to be known for. However, the nightmares I had about the Gaunt Horsemen are now appearing to me as flashbacks while I work. I believe this is part of a much bigger problem I am yet to figure out. It could be that I'm just working too hard in my old age. Now then, welcome back to another A Druid's Tale. And yeah, it's more of the same, I'm afraid. I am a Chocobo farmer. I've just finished doing a big part of the project, and I wanted to record an episode before I get too much further into it. I'm having so much fun just building things and setting things up and making the place look cool. Let me show you what I've been doing because I want to show it off. It's kind of cool. You know, I said about having a little area coming down here. Well, here we go. We've made a little path going into a tunnel going through the mountain, and there's a little bridge over there going to Chocobo Island. It's looking pretty awesome. Do I have my saddle? Do I have my Chocobo saddle on me? I don't have my Chocobo saddle on me. Dang it. Okay. We've got we've got these guys. This one still hasn't grown up, and I don't know why. I think there might be a problem with them. This guy here just doesn't seem to want to grow up. I think I may have to feed him or something to help him grow. It's different than I remember. I think I remember them just growing up naturally. But this one grew up fine, but that one just doesn't seem to have wanted to grow up. And I've been hours and hours in this world setting things up, sorting things out. I'm going to take those guys over to the Chocobo Island soon to show them their new world, their new realm. Let's throw it this way. Yeah, I've set this up, so I've got fences either side at the moment. Things like this, little safe route to places with fences, they're just to stop the mobs from coming in the meantime, in the early part of it. As time goes by, fences will get knocked down and moved out, and once we're mob safe in an area, I'll just keep expanding. This is kind of like a border expanse. I've lit the area around here so that mobs don't spawn in this area, but you never know, do you? You never know. And they could come from this forest and come down here and into my base. So I've fortified with fencing. It does mean that it's not always as safe, but yeah, still, we got that. I've come up with this little design for a tunnel. It's got beams above, just to make it look slightly cooler, and little pumpkins down there doing lighting. They don't do a lot of lighting, but the half slabs here prevent spawning anyway. So half slabs of bricks prevent the spawning. So I'm not really worried about the spawning. It's more for the visuals, the looks of a nice little tunnel. And I was thinking about doing things part way down, like staggering it, but I figured it's just a tunnel, so I should just make it a tunnel and make it look quite a nice tunnel. And then we come out onto the first tower, and the tower, I didn't want to cap off the tower. I wanted it to become open air as soon as you came out the little tunnel. So it's fairly open, and I think I've secured it well enough that mobs won't come from up there and drop down onto it. Hopefully. Hopefully it's secure enough for that. And already the end of the day. Awesome. Awesome. I'm going to have night, and we're going to test the defenses again. The bridge is pretty good. I quite like the bridge. It took me a long time to get the bridge how I wanted it. It needed a lot of tweaking, a lot of moving around, and a lot of changing things to get it a symmetrical center point and try and make that side look impressive and this side look like a copy of that's on the land. Yeah, because that one goes straight into the water. So I think it looks pretty good. I like the general look of it. There might be a little bit more I need to do on a tower this side, but a short tower this side. Just enough to lead it across into another building. Because at the minute, this is open for Chocobo to be able to wander up and over and into my base. Which is not ideal, but they don't seem to be doing it yet. They seem to be hanging around, mostly around here. One thing, I wanted to get some more leaves so that I can do some more decorating of the area. I've got that started. I may keep some of the trees, like some great big uber trees like this one, may get kept because they look awesome. But I'll take all the smaller ones down, I think, and take all the leaves so that I've got the stock of leaves and things to do stuff. And I've also had to change this around this corner a little bit. I had a problem with Chocobo coming along and jumping. Yeah, like that one just tried to do there. Jumping from this side, yeah, and trying to jump off, and they ended up on the fence. Oh, you managed it anyway. You just proved me wrong. I expanded this out a little bit, all the way down. I expanded it out to stop that from happening. You silly Chocobo. Now you're stuck on the other side of that. That's what I was trying to avoid, but I guess if they come down from here, they can float down just enough to land on there. Why they want to do it, I don't know. Especially when there's these nasty people coming around to try and kill me. Yes. But I set all that up, and I've expanded this bit out a little ways. I do have the sound of a zombie in here, though. I think I may have left a little gap somewhere. I'll have to fix him and sort him out at some point. And I think that may... Yeah, that's one of my Chocobos. It's got a red little thing around it. So there's another Chocobo left over there. I've got to get myself some form of capture device, like lassos or something. Because putting a saddle on them and riding them around to get them where I want them isn't the easiest. I need to get some blaze to sort that out. So I can make some lassos from extra utilities. But the farming's nice and easy. Look, I just come along here and grab what I want. I'm getting quite a decent supply every time I come past, because these are all 10-10-10s. So you're getting the good glacial greens, getting the golden ones. We're getting some lovely ones and some golden ones, and plenty of the general ones as well. Me and my youngest have been coming on, and he's been helping me feed them. Yes, his kind of first experience with Minecraft has been to follow me around and feed the Chocobo. Just feeding them the main... Wait, give me that. Just feeding them this. They don't actually do anything as far as I know. You just kind of just wander up and just give them some of this until they're happy. If they're full or whatever, they don't bother. But if they're not full, then they give you some little hearts, and he loves it when we've been going around giving them a quick feed. So I've been doing that a little bit as well while I've been developing. Yeah, you're happy. They've only just recently had a decent feed, I think. I'm trying to find one that I can show you. Yeah. When you get to them and they want feeding, give you that. There we go. That'll do. Alright, so we've got all of these lots and lots and lots off small amounts, so I'm doing lots and lots of farming, which is awesome. Getting it all set up right, and then throwing it all into here once that's done. There we go, let's clear that out, and get the feathers out as well that I picked up on the way. There's a few more little features that I want to do and show you. Let's start with this kind of look that I've been going with. I was planning on covering up these pumpkins, and some little feature areas I will be doing other things, but a lot of the time I just want to do a nice little bushy outcropping like this to hide the things. So I've got oxide daisies. No, I've got the other. Oh, which ones are they? These are the azure blute. That's the one. Azure blute. And I've been trying to keep it kind of the same. So azure blutes all the way round. Rather than lots of mixed flowers, I wanted a kind of a theme going and save the other flowers for another area. But occasionally I've thrown in one of the greens, just to add a little bit of colour to it as well. Just a little bit of colour, a little pocket here and there, just like... well, they're a load of Chocobo, so they're bound to be eating the greens and then pooping the seeds. So occasionally, where their poop has seeded the land, that's where there'll be the odd bit of green growing. So I've still got a fair bit left to do. I've got another harvest to do and bits and pieces. And I want to do a bit more decorational work and things like this. Just making the place look all lived in and beautiful. One of the things that I'm going to get started today is a breeding program. And I made myself a big writing book. And what I plan on doing is something like a first generation list. So putting the names of my yellow chocobos that are first generation, and then recording the second generation and so on, and saving it like that. So save that. Popping it up on the writing shelf, similar to how I do my Druid's Tale. I've got a writing desk and a big book that I keep track of. So that's something that I want to start working on today. So I'm going to do a little bit more grinding, getting the leaves and decorating the area, and I'll be back. Another thing I wanted to do was plant a little sugarcane farm, so more for display and looks rather than anything else, a little watering hole for them. And I think I'd better put some fence gate over there so they don't travel all the way back around. Alright, I'll be back. Alrighty, well, I've done a fair bit of greening up over the far side, but I've had enough of that for a bit. I've decided I'm just going to leave that for a little while longer. I don't need to do it all in one go. It's not required. I've got plenty of time. I don't want to rush this series. I don't want to rush through getting things done and the like. I want to make sure that things get done in their own good time. Let's say, in their own good time. I've added a few more bits and pieces on, and I wanted to show you a few other little ideas that I've got for making the place look better. I'm leaving a few blank areas. I'm leaving a few areas in amongst all of the foliage that I'm creating, in order to add in other bits and pieces, because there's something like that tree up on top of the hill there. Let's go and have a closer look. That little tree on top of the hill there, I was thinking when I was making that it would be nice to have some other tree colours and things. Like there's the white trees over there, those white trees over there, and we know there's pink trees out in modded Minecraft as well. Just having a little bit of colour around. So I've been adding in these kind of bushes and little bits and pieces around with a few flowers here and there, but trying not to do too much of everything. So like this little area here, I've just added a few bushes in here, but it's not quite finished yet. It needs a few more little details and a few more little bits and pieces, but it's just fleshing it out. Another layer, another paint on the brush, as it were. The green of the oak leaves. Oh, another one got out. Dang it. I've got to do something about getting them back in fast. So I need to get some blaze powder so that I can make the lassos. That's the thing. So I'm going to need to do some seeds today as well, I think. Get some seeds going. I'm coming in through this way to come out through this way. Now I'm kind of getting forced into going the correct ways to wander around this place the way I designed it to walk around. So we go around this side. Hey, little chocobos, how you all doing? Down in here, there's a few more leaves and bits and pieces I got to do around here. But I figured that'd be nice to have a little pool of water just off the edge here, just by the weeping willow, just a little edge of water. So I just decided that this was going to be the next thing that I wanted to do. So I'm just gonna, I might make it a little bit bigger than that actually. My mattock broke as well, so I had to stop the production for a little while. Have some like that. I don't want it to go too far, and that's looking too square. I don't want things to look too square either. So we get this way a little bit. I want it to come out a little ways. It doesn't have to come out too far, but I want it to come out a little ways. Like this. There we go. And just have a little area for the chocobo to sit and swim. Just a little sit and swim place. Let's fill that up with that. Just enough, and that looks too much like a proper corner. Let's mix that up a little bit there. Bring it back in a bit there, touch it up there, and have 2 bits of sand there, why not? Just something a bit different. No, that's no good, that doesn't work. We can get rid of these and put a bit of sand in there. There we go. Okay, and then just throw some water down, basically, was my idea. Just throw some water in it and make some infinite water sources. Hey, up we go. That's the kind of thing that I'm after. Can I get to this? I think I might be able to. I did before, didn't I? Yeah, I did. There we go. So, next up we've got to start breeding chocobo and getting to the point where I've got a golden chocobo so that I can start thinking about setting up general exploration of certain areas to give me more access to more materials, new tree types and all that kind of stuff, new wood types. Because the new wood types and things will make a big difference. Will make a huge, huge difference. It's just... I know these are going to need to be controlled in some way to stop them from going too tall. But I just wanted to add a couple in like this. And then I can maybe put a bit of string on the top. And put a few bushes around them and things like that. It's just to add a little bit spot of detail that I might catch a chocobo just chilling out in there. There's kind of a way forwards over here from this that I need to develop. And where most of these pumpkins I've been covering with leaves, it's been a good idea in the comments to cover with carpet and things. So I'm sort of coming along this way, and as I'm coming towards the stairs, I've got these few pumpkins here, which if I put bushes would break the flow of the movement. So I'm thinking along the lines that this flow area here will have to have something else covering the pumpkins or a different lighting source. So coming up with carpet. Now at the minute I don't have a lot of access to wool and sheep and the like, so carpet's a difficult process. It's a difficult it's a difficult thing to get hold of. The sheep are trying to kill me every time I try and farm them, so that's not easy. I can't get my sheep on. I can't make a sheep farm very easily. Possibly a cotton field though, so I think a cotton field may be like a big issue that I can resolve very quickly. Go out and build myself a field of cotton. And I could of course put Minecraft modded automation into it. When we got progressive automation, and progressive automation is being used up there to make my daily sandwiches. My stock of the few sandwiches that I do actually eat every day. Raspberry, blueberry, blackberry, apple jelly. And I normally have steak and toast in there as well. Steak and toast, man. Steak and toast. What a way. So I've been doing that a fair bit, just stocking that up. And that just keeps going. When I've actually got coal in, it looks like it's run out and it stopped growing at the minute. Or stopped harvesting, should I say. So there are automation ways. There's Mine Factory Reloaded and there's forestry. There's plenty of ways to automate the growing of cotton. However, that's not really where we're at. That's not really what we're looking at. I want to use mods. Yes, I want to use many mods. I want to go through the mods in the mod pack and use them for various means. Wow, this is... Are you really struggling to get over here? What's occurring? Hold on. Pause. Catch up. And flow. That's better. Don't know what was wrong with her there. She was just having a bit of a moment, not being able to get through. There we go. I also would like a little automated gate switch here just to come out into the main area with them. That'd be nice. Okay, so there's another thing that I want to start doing, and that's cataloguing and cataloguing and breeding the Chocobo. Now, my first Chocobo, first generation, was Agony. And so I'll check Agony. Female, can breed. Health is only 30, but never mind. Agony, female. Okay, so we're just going to work through like that and pick them up as we go along and bring them over. Now, Agony, you can drop that saddle for me because I want to bring the other ones over. The other ones are the important starters. I want to do first generation on page 1. I don't want too many first generation Chocobo. That's the thing. So the ones that I've got are probably more than enough because of all the other potential colours. If all of those breeding pairs are going to start making other Chocobo for me, then the island is going to fill up fairly rapidly anyway. So what I really need to do is keep my first generation Chocobo to the minimum. Now, it has been suggested that I start calling these Chocobo by subscriber names. Well, I thought about that. Maybe the first generation Chocobo. Yeah. Oh, you really need to grow up, kid. First generation Chocobo, maybe they could have something else going on. Like just having their original first generation names. Because I'm going to find other Chocobo in the wild as well. And so having first generation names should be pretty straightforward. Yeah, that's that one there. Uno is my next one, isn't he? He's a male, I think. Uno is male, yes, and this one is... No, I don't want to click on you like that. No, get off. Get off. You are female. Tranquil. So we've got on the next line, Uno. Come on, next line. Give me. Uno, male, and Tranquil, female. Oh, I've got to put capitals if I'm going to put capitals. Male. It's very small writing, I know, but still, it's okay. And save that, right? And then on the next page, I would have like second... Come on, let me type. Second generation. Uno, the male. Let's put it in a simple form. Male. And Tranquil, the female, equals, and what have we got name-wise? You were Steed. That was it. Steed. And what's Steed? Steed is a green male. Okay. So I would go in there and have Steed, who is male, green. There we go. So I'm kind of keeping track. Now, it's not essential. Nobody needs to do this sort of stuff. But this is me, this is Nemsun, and this is a Druid's Tale. And the Druid Nemsun wants to keep track of his Chocobo and how they are developing as a species. He's kind of like he's saving an endangered species. And I wanna document it. Just for my own particular amusement. Not necessarily to bore you guys with all of that detail work. But it does mean that as I'm bringing them over here, I can keep track of who's been with who, and so on. So now I'd go back over and I'll get the next one and bring them over and bring them one by one over here. And that is what I'm going to do very soon. I'm going to do that pretty much off camera. As soon as I've finished recording this episode, that's what I want to get done. A little bit more making things look cool over there as well, but I want to leave a bit of space, like I say, so that I can add cool things in as we find them. So when we find something awesome and new out in the world after we've been exploring, I can come along and add another little feature into here, like a silverwood tree, something like that. A little silverwood tree with a node attached, a pure node or something would be pretty awesome. I think there's a creeper over there. Where are you, creeper? What are you doing? Are you in this place or are you somewhere else? I think you're probably underground. That's okay. Right, so on to the next little project. We will leave this where it is. I've just shown you what I'm planning on doing. Now we'll leave it as that for now. I really want to get that little guy to do something for me. Hey, you little guy. Maybe I need to break this fence. Maybe it's because the fence is there that he's not growing up. Because a lot of the others are growing up much faster. So what are you? I can't click on you yet. Oh, there we go. Chick. Let's name hidden name shown. Okay, so we've got a female currently called Chick. So put your comments down below if you want to be named after a Chocobo. Now, don't forget, there's many, many, many more Chocobo to come. And the best Chocobo are golden Chocobo. So if you want to be a green Chocobo, either of the male variety or of the female variety, you let me know what name I should call my Chocobo. And I'll try and call them that. There's blue ones, and there's black ones, and there's white ones, and there's golden ones, which are the cream of the crop. Bear in mind, I probably only want 2 or 3 golden ones at the end of it. So those of you that are my truly loyal subscribers that I see commenting on my videos all the time, you're going to get reserved to put your names in as some of the golden Chocobo. Okay, so yeah, you know who I am, and my regular viewers probably also know who my regular commenters are and who generally watches all my videos and supports me. Those of you doing that, you're the ones that are most likely to get the gold Chocobo at the end of it all. But I do want to include everybody and start getting some interaction going. So let me know what names for Chocobo you would like me to put on. And I will dedicate Chocobo to my loyal subscribers. So, right, let's change the subject from Chocobo a fair bit now, okay? We want to go into Agricraft again because, for reasons of doing something with the Chocobo, I need to get some blaze, right? And I figured that this blazing daisy is probably the thing I need to do blaze, right? Now, that means I've got to get some soul sand from the nether. That's okay, I can go and do that. Blood runes from blood magic. That means I've got to start a little bit of blood magic before I start the other magics. And I've also got to get these other seed crops and things, right? So let's work back. There's Dimelia seeds. I reckon that's probably diamond. And that's Nitor wart, which is kind of weird. Let's have a look at Nitor wart. Nitor wart requires some nether wart and some orange tulips with glowstone and soul sand. So again, a trip to the nether to get those things. Netherwort, is there a seed for netherwort? I could put a blaze rod into a mana infusion to get netherwort, but that's not quite right. So I'm going to need to go into the nether and find a fortress in order to get started on that route. Okay? Which means that I'm going to get some blazes as well. Which means that the whole point of getting these blaze daisy seeds is redundant because I've got to go and find a fortress to get the netherwort in order to make the Nitor wart, which then can make the seeds. So I was going to plan on going through all of that kind of stuff, but we've also got all of these other seeds that we've got to make as well. So I'm thinking about how I'm going to get on with these bits and pieces. I've got access to lapis ore, and these blue and all those seeds, all these different seeds are easily available to me, like sugarcane and melon make dandelion. That's pretty easy, and that can go on any farm soil. So I can do all those kind of things. I've already got the sugarcane set up, actually. Let's break this and this. That gives me the red ones that I think I needed a little while back. Let's put those in there. Melon. I think I've got a melon farm over here easy enough, so let's have a look. Let's take you, and let's break this, because I can. And let's put you there. We'll take another one. Oh, did I throw them all in my backpack? I think I've taken them all because I was doing the Chocobo stuff. Did I put them in there? No? Where did I put them then? Let's see. Can I put those in there? Yeah, I can. I can do it that way. Nice and quick. Okay, let's get you growing again. These seeds, unidentified, but I can go and find out. May as well get the best seeds that I've got working for me as soon as I can, hadn't I? 10, 10, 9s. That's not too bad. So that 10, 10, 9 can go in there. And that should then breed with the sugarcane to make the dandelion seed. Sugarcane plus melon seeds makes dandelion seeds. And then the uses of the dandelion seeds, I make the blue orchid. I can make other bits and pieces. Make the blue orchid, make the white tulip, make the pink tulip, make the daisies, make Nicussus seeds with the ore of gold, which I've got as well. I just need some ferrous ore underneath. That's cool. That's cool. And also mystical yellow. Yeah, that's a good way of breeding up all of these flowers and all that. So I also want to be working on this fairly soon as well. Finding the way through the nether. Well, I'm on difficulty 6 round here already. So we've got a few little projects that I've got to get started on. And I hope that that is it for the Chocobo Ranch for a little bit now. It's taken me a fair amount of time because I've been doing lots of other projects, not just around here but on YouTube as well. And I'm fairly pleased with my final build over here. I'm fairly pleased with the final build. We're going to keep adding to it like I say, but overall I think it looks pretty cool. I like it. and I'm going to get used to how it works and how it uses, and finish off a few little bits and pieces over there while the seeds and things are growing over here. And next episode, how about we go into the nether and try and find ourselves a nether fortress, so we can get the nether wart and things like that from there, and try and get a blaze rod. See how we get on in the nether once again. It was a very super hostile place. I know the nether fortress is very close by to the entrance that I've been already through there once. So it shouldn't be too hard to go and get those blaze rods, but who knows? Who knows? It's going to be an adventure, that's for sure. So anyway, that is it for this episode. Thank you very much for sticking with me and having a look at my build this week. The Chocobo Ranch, coming along nicely. Now we're getting back on to building stuff and doing a bit of tech and a little bit of Agricraft. We're going to be progressing through magic mods and all those kind of things fairly soon. Okay, but I'm taking my time. We're not going to rush it. It's more about the building rather than the progression through the tech. The progression will happen. The building will be the focal point of the series. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode of A Druid's Tale.